Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's watch party for the Addams Family Values. As always, I'm Andrew, and I'm joined by Dom. Welcome, Dom.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so I'm really looking forward to today's movie. We had such a blast last week. We'd scheduled this for later in the year. We moved it up because we wanted to carry on. Today's sync point will be when the Paramount logo appears on screen and it says a Paramount Communications Company. And here we go. So what I want everyone to do is tell me the first time you saw this movie and if this actually passed you by. I'm going to do the roll call, get thinking about that at the moment for me, because in the UK, this movie really kind of passed me by. I don't remember it being released at the theatre. I don't remember anything about it. I have that kind of memories. But over on YouTube, we've got Pageant joining us and Soul Search and Destroy. And then on Discord, I can see in our friends we have, let's scroll back a bit, see who we've got. We've got ENIAC, we've got Mr. Furzel, we've got Mad Matt, Sharon Jedi Wizard, Hannah Rose Artist, Calbot, keep going through, I think it's a Chaosphere already, Fraglord, Sharon Eric, Lizard Man, Brainwire, here we go, Fluru, yep. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember at all in the UK this being, and it probably was released at the theatres, but I have no recollection of it at all coming out.
No, though I was alive, I was only 2 when it was released.
No, but I mean, I was of the age for this. I would have been 15 when this came out. When I saw the original Addams Family, I was a couple of years younger, and it was a highly anticipated film at the theatre for me to go and see. But here we go. So looking at some of our friends who are saying, Mr. Furzel in the theatres, Calbot saw it in the theatre. Sharon says, I can't even remember seeing it the first time, probably on video. And Chaosphere says, pretty sure I saw it in the theatre. Jedi Wizard, first time for me was after my parents bought it on video, missed it in the theatres. Fleuru says the video. Hannah Rose says, I first saw this when I was 11 on VHS. I really related to Wednesday, though I could never aspire to be as cool as her back then. I really don't remember. Eric says, my memory's not that great. I can't remember what we had for dinner a day ago. I can't remember when I first saw this movie. Neil Whaley, welcome, Neil, saying, saw this in the theatre, but only after the crowds had passed. And Pepsin says, for me, it was a rental experience. Soul Search and Destroy says, thank you for moving this watch party up. It's the best sequel since The Godfather 2. Bold claims, but I'll probably go there. Right. Everybody. Dom, do you want to count us down then?
Let's go for it. Everyone hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press play. My earliest memory of this film is going to the video rental store, the Apollo Rentals that was around the corner from my house, and my sister trying to rent Addams Family. And she picked up the box for the VHS. I remember the box for the VHS. And she that's the howling at the moon. She took it to the front counter, dropped it down, and they said, we don't have it. And she held up the box and said, why is the box here then? And they gave her Addams Family Values instead in the box for Addams Family. And we watched that instead. She was upset because she wanted to watch Addams Family and I didn't know any better. I didn't know any different. And I just enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I watched this one before I watched the original.
No, of course I watched the original first. But this is certainly, we were just discussing before the watch party started, that Christina Ricci really is, from giving such a great performance in the first movie, her role is quite significantly expanded out in this one. And it's very much a Wednesday, I don't know, I'd say it's the Wednesday story is almost the main story. I don't know. Is it two A plots, an A and a B plot? I don't know.
I'd actually argue that it's an A and an A plot.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, this is actually, unfortunately, the last role Raul Julia performed before he passed, sadly, which is a shame. Yeah, that's something in Mad Matt I always wondered about, why Carol Kane wasn't the original grandma, and the original grandma wasn't in this, as she was still alive.
I do still love the effect. Everything about things affects the noise, the look of it.
Oh, I love this.
Could you get more saccharine, sweet, like?
Brilliant. I love the fact
Push Mrs.
Morticia's
Addams.
in labour and she's just the most laid back woman in the world ever. It just hits the road running and doesn't stop.
Phenomenal.
It is. I like the house bit with the matte painting background they've done on it now.
Yes, for sure. It is back in the days when sequels were the movie with a bigger budget and
Yeah.
less often than it should have happened, but better.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like Terminator 2 is Terminator with a bigger budget and better.
So here's a question for the audience. Let's give me some other movies where the sequel is better than the original, because I think this is certainly one of them.
Mm-hmm. So as
I know we're going to say we're going to say Godfather Part 2.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the other James Cameron film to pop up.
Shrek. I've never actually seen a Shrek movie. Oh, Neil, good one. Star Trek 2. Mr. Phil says Empire Strikes Back, Aliens, Shrek 2 from Hannah Rose. I've never seen a Shrek movie.
You're missing out. It's a
Terminator, of course.
Yeah. Good God.
Oh, that's a bold choice, Pepjin. Saying Back to the Future 2 is maybe better than...
I personally prefer Back to the Future Part 2.
Sorry, just another great line. He has your father's eyes, take them out of his mouth.
Oh, it's great. Almost every line is a gag in some form or another.
Yeah. Chat's still discussing that bear. Speaking of that, who is not excited for Cocaine Bear?
Because you're wrong. You should be excited for
Yes.
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear is going to be a film I cannot wait to see this year. Mr. Furzel says, why do I remember science lessons from movies more than school? Because they're more realistic and more entertaining.
That's true. Yep. I like how Grandma sighs. Not anymore. Yes, Casphere. Renfield is looking great too. Nick Cage as Dracula is absurd, and I'm there for it.
Here we go. This is the Addams curse we referred to again.
Mm. Christopher Lloyd just chewing on every ounce of scenery he can. His bed has gotten slightly less cozy. What a shame.
Yeah, he's got a new bedroom.
Oh, and he no longer has a candelabra that lights his room.
They play very historical games.
They do. They have an Iron Maiden, a guillotine. What are the glorious toys do they have? Oh, an electric chair. What is Pugsley's hairstyle here? I've just noticed him.
It's like a crew cut with a spiky fringe.
Yeah.
I love the fact they've got a vintage guillotine as well.
Yeah. Woe to the Republic. Yeah, Hannah Rose has a point. The Addams are based on 19th century aristocracy. Torture devices and guillotines are pretty much a requirement.
That's true. Let's be honest, who wouldn't have liked another one of these Addams Family movies with this cast? If not for the death of Raul Julia, I wonder how far they could have gone.
I would have loved it. I would have loved having just slightly more, even if it's just one or two films.
Yeah.
Such a supportive husband. I love him.
Oh, this scene. It's the puppet rubbing its hands. It's brilliant.
My God. I love how they just destroyed every trope of nanny. Hmm?
Oh, good point, Neil. Did Joan Cusack ever play a normal person? Yeah, she did in. Was it in Say Anything? She plays a relatively normal person with a brother.
Again, every line. And they're caring too. I'm not sure if it's
That's
for
right,
her sake or.
That's right, Calbot. Pubert was the original name for Pugsley that was not used.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you, it was quite dark. Someone mentioned earlier the Addams Family reunion with Tim Curry as Gomez. There's a reference in that movie to Where is Pubert? Basically, where's well, not Where is Pubert, but they say Wednesday in that says there used to be 3 of us, but Pugsley ate the other one. Whether or not that's canon is down to you.
Oh. I don't recall this amount of innuendo. I love that they've now just perpetually cast that lighting on Morticia, like every scene
Every
now.
shot,
Not just
yeah.
every other shot, it's every single shot. She has that beam of soft light just across her eyes.
But again, the cast is just perfect.
It is. Cast is always on point. Like, this is the perfect Addams Family in my eyes.
Yeah. It's brilliant. Again, another razor sharp script.
Yeah, with perfect comedic timing. That half a breath in between the 2 lines.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I was going to say fossilized pornography, but...
Oh, I miss these kind of programs. Peter Graves of Mission Impossible fame there. Do they still make shows like this? Like America's Most Wanted and whatever? Is that still a... He did, Mr. Versals. He loved putting Graves in his flicks. He was in Men in Black 2 as well, wasn't he?
I don't recall.
Yeah, he was hosting the kind of this science fiction show about the story of the Men in Black and the light of whatever.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Well, Mad Matt, do you like gladiator films? Soul Searching Story says, we still have these programs. They're called serial killer documentaries now.
That's true, yeah.
I used to love the reality type shows. In the UK, the most famous one we had was something called Crime Watch, which was...
yes, good old Crime Watch.
They'd always end it with, don't have nightmares.
Mm-hmm. Morgue.
And you just wonder, what kind of things are they doing when they're not at home?
Yeah. What is a night out for the Addams family? That's right, yeah. The amount of true crime podcasts. Good God, there are a dime a dozen. Absolutely everywhere.
Well, Neil Whaley saying the baby's already crawling overnight. Yeah, well, it's an Addams.
Yeah. It shot
he's chained.
Fire.
He's chained. Look, he's chained to a ball.
Wait, you're not supposed to do that? You're young?
I don't know. Really? Really? Oh. Oh, yeah. He's a great loss, Sharon Raul Julia, because he was just such a... This was his greatest role, though.
Yeah. Sure, love, sure.
Oh, she's sharp.
Like a tack.
She really is. I think as well, the thing about these Addams Family movies, what works well is they're 90, 95 minutes long. They don't overstay their welcome.
I've been saying it for years. I have missed 30, like hour and a half long movies, like 90-minute movies.
Yeah.
M. Bison was great, even if Street Fighter was mere chaosphere. I totally agree with you, and I use that line more often than you'd think in my day-to-day life. Oh, that was the most important day of your life, but for me, this was a Tuesday. Did you ever go to a camp of any kind, Andrew?
No. There were the thing is, though, in the UK, Dom, they weren't very prevalent as such, were they?
Very true. I went to diabetic camp, though.
Diabetes camp. No sugar for the kids.
Yeah, essentially, we were starved, and we performed rituals like archery and rock climbing, abseiling, all that weird camp stuff.
Pepjin says, the new Avatar's too long. I'm probably in agreement with you there. Many wouldn't be. But it used to be a Boy Scout. I was a Cub by Quick 4 Scouts.
You can tell it's the 90s based on the fashion, can't you? A polo shirt and a sports jacket.
This is the worst kind of camp type place, though. It's where wealthy people send their children who want to be wealthy, and it's just all,
and
privileged young adults. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the camp counselors go back to their art exhibit in New York to worship Vigo, what is his name now?
Carpathian. Vigo the Carpathian.
That's it, Vigo the Carpathian.
It's the absolute. You can tell. Look, the yeah, great, good man, shaking hands with each other. Kids, I hate it.
Why does every dad have the sports jacket polo shirt combo?
It was
Every one of them. The background characters.
Yeah, but they're all supposed to be sort of clones of each other. Oh god,
they're yuppies, aren't they?
They are. They're proto yuppies. Well, not proto yuppies. But Peter McNichol. Well, he was in the first Bean movie as well, Mr. Furzel. Mr. Neil Way says, my sister went to Girl Scout day camp with my mother as a troop leader. Guess you had to go along for the ride, much to his chagrin. I feel for you.
How is Chris contorting his face so that his forehead is getting wrinkled? The man can act with his face alone. Oh, so can Lurch.
Debbie. Is Gomez that good? Or is it Lurch helping him?
Bit of both. Wait, what?
What?
It's just the very quick confirmation.
Yeah.
That's concerning. And also glossing over the really creepy... I've longed after you and Morticia watching through keyholes and stuff. It's like, maybe cover that up.
I would, if I was sent to a camp like this, I'd want to be the one drowning and just not be released from the water. That's Harmony. And she was also the Girl Scout selling the cookies in the first Addams Family movie. What a fantastic place for a restaurant.
I know! They have an accordion player. Where is this place and why can't I dine there?
Pepjin says the actor who plays Lurch is Dutch and is also starring in commercials for chocolate sprinkles in the Netherlands. That's pretty awesome.
I know him as the fireman from Twin Peaks.
That would be actually a really nice restaurant to go to.
It looks amazing.
Oh.
Is it?
I don't know. Sharon says, now the rich dine underground. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me, because if it was, for a lot of the rich, if it was something where it required obscene amounts of money to do it, there'd be some people who'd do it for the sake of it. Don't forget the Salt Bay restaurants where people pay extortionate amounts to eat steak wrapped in flavourless gold.
Yes. We have one here in Vegas. I've been asking myself that same question, Festive,
Yeah.
all of my life.
You know, on the sort of themed restaurants, I've eaten at a restaurant in Disney World where you believe you're in a space station with a space vista and a view of the Earth, and you go up in a space lift to the restaurant. So anything's possible with restaurant theming these days.
It's true. Even outside of like the most magical place on Earth, down here in sunny Las Vegas, there is a place called Viking Seafood, which is Cajun shrimp on a Viking boat.
Why not?
Why not? I didn't realize the Vikings were renowned for their Cajun shrimp, but
they are. Cajun cuisine on the bayou and the Vikings of the bayou.
Everybody knows the Vikings sounded like Daniel Craig in a Knives Out movie.
Sausage Destroy says, I miss themed restaurants, tacky as they were. Back in the US, Rainforest Cafe was everywhere. That's right.
It's still here.
Yeah.
There's still one in Vegas.
There's 2 in Disney World, and the food is as terrible as everyone remembers.
Yeah, it's there. It's edible, technically. And this is the charm of Morticia and Gomez. Their love is so encompassing. It draws everyone in. They should bring back casually wearing. What are they called now? The sash. It's Oh, someone help me in the chat. I think it's a B something.
That's a posh restaurant. Those breadsticks are fresh. They're not the uniform.
Look at all aristocracy.
I have to be honest, though. Gomez is absolutely so suave and sophisticated here. He is. I do like to think that if Raul Julia had been alive, he would have been cast as the old Zorro in the 2000 Zorro films, rather than the rather confusing Anthony Hopkins as a Spaniard, a Welshman.
Yeah. Well, yeah, British people always get cast as Spaniards for some reason.
Yeah.
The sash around the waist, Sharon, is what I was talking about. I can't remember what they're called.
Cummerbund?
Cummerbund, that's it.
Cummerbund, yeah. Cummerbund.
They should bring them back. They look awesome.
Yeah. Frankly, it was a good Zorro movie, don't get me wrong, but I just can't help but feel that I would have loved to have seen Raul Julia in that movie. But of course, he'd left us by then. Benedict Cumberbatch, Mad Matt, that's right.
We should all wear a Cumberbatch on our... So I was that kid at school who told ghost stories, mainly from... I mainly ripped off all the 80s horror films I watched as a kid and just retold them, including The Raft from Creepshow 2. That got the most scares. I remember regurgitating that story. And I got many screams.
All their old noses had grown back. Hannah says, the thing about Gomez is that he's never conventionally handsome, but he's so charismatic, upbeat, charming, and devoted that you fall totally in love with him. Truly, he has ruined life for me. He was incredible in these movies. Neil says, that Wednesday series on Netflix is awesome. We watched every episode in one night. I really enjoyed it. I think you did as well, didn't you, Dom?
I enjoyed it. I had to distance a lot of the family, though. Like,
yeah.
Morticia, Pugsley, Gomez especially, I had to keep telling myself this is a show about Wednesday, and Wednesday is done very well, almost perfectly. Wednesday is very good.
Yeah.
I
And it's
like
got a
the
second
family
season.
getting along. Yeah, it has. It got a second season now. Oh, God.
Store detectives. As you say, it's the line in between. It's the half line that follows lines, isn't it?
Just the timing.
I said this last week. I want to see what the writers' room for this was like. The actual, not the making of the movie, the actual scripting process or speaking about it. How much of it was it they wrote the line and then said, right, we'll just slot this reply in now. I've got to admit, though, we've all seen someone in life who's a bit like Fester. And I don't mean that so much, but we've all seen a friend who was inexperienced in the ways of love, getting together with the wrong person you know who's only looking to control or something they've got, you know?
And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to convince. Well, not convince, that's the wrong word. It's really hard to show that person in your life that.
Dom,
wait.
When eventually you have a child, this is not acceptable behaviour to do to a child in the real world. Don't sleep in a Hannibal Lecter mask.
Yeah, showing that person in your... Oh my God. I can't get the story out. There's too many jokes that make me laugh.
I know, that's the problem. Brilliant.
Already grave robbing? Wait, you get mail when you...
Yeah, at camp. Yeah, they get packages sometimes and mail.
Interesting. Why? Whoa! Throw her back in the river.
Jedi Wizard says, in high school I was known as the Dateless Wonder, and I could not get a date to save my soul. I was the Fester in my class. But a blind date in senior year and 24 years later, I'm still on it.
They are contagious.
Pepjin says, I date anyone. That's a good attitude to have. Hannah Rose says, I wanted Pugsley to throw hands. I would have loved to have seen more of his character. He's very much the sidekick to Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, I used to love horseback riding. When did that stereotype go away? The I'm a nerd, thus all I do is...
Oh!
That didn't age well.
I thought they got ninja outfits from somewhere.
Oh, no.
Moving on from that joke. They've even got little watchtowers with floodlights.
Yeah. And guard dogs. The hounds. So let's see. What were the things that were sort of popular in the 90s?
Showing my little bit I know about tools here. Joel, the kid there, he's brought the wrong tool with him to cut the fence. They're tin snips. They're for cutting flat pieces of metal. They're not bolt cutters, which you should be using on chicken mesh wire. They're tin snips for flat metal.
Oh, very Lord of the Flies here.
Yeah.
But I'm going to spit and eat their flesh. Oh,
teach them Jim Carter. Oh, God.
Oh, not a kumbaya. Where did he develop that guitar? He just willed it into existence.
Oh.
The hounds howling. We just need...
I agree with you. I hate this song. That'd be you, Dom.
Yeah. Again, Christina Ricci there, just the subtle, like, face movement of horror taking over and clawing to try and escape. But yes, now that I'm remembering Diabetic Camp and all of its glories, I did tell horror stories at Diabetic Camp as well after Lights Out.
Well, Soul Search Destroy says, I noticed Joel has a little resemblance to Gomez, foreshadowing that he and Wednesday are meant to be perhaps.
Oh! I love it.
Well, I do have a question. What happened to her other child with, is it Tully from The Accountant, who was a husband in the first movie? We only saw that once, we've never seen him again. And Tully's dead.
Wait, is he?
Yeah. Soul Search says, is Tully dead? Does it matter? Well, Tully is dead, I believe, from the first movie. He was killed at the end. He got, or buried alive at the very least. But I just wonder where her kid with Tully went. Lizard Man, yeah, he burnt that girl to death inside the cake.
Sailor B. Oh no. Oh, that song now just is in my head and won't leave.
You mean C'est la Vie by Bewitched?
I do.
Yeah. We will not discuss that anymore. People say I fight like me dad.
Oh. It's just living there rent-free now. It's never going to leave. A radiologist? But yeah, when did the notion of people who read equal nerds, when did that leave? Like, so the cultural zeitgeist.
Hell if I know says the Harmony Hut movie themes will fix that for you, Dom.
Possibly. Fix? Is it really fixing if it's worse? It's just shattering.
Why is it the front row looks like Prince?
Mind. Oh, yeah. I love how the gravestones are in between the rows. Like they're just part of the procession as well.
So the kids were removed from summer camp briefly to attend the wedding.
Mm.
And then sent back.
That's a gaudy jacket there.
Yeah.
I got married in a boring normal suit.
Oh.
She does have some spectacular jewelry adorning her.
Oh, yeah. Sharon says, but Dom, did you get married in a cemetery?
No, it was a golf course.
Oh.
So, in a way, it was a cemetery.
My wedding reception was held in an award-winning barbecue restaurant, which is absolutely fantastic. It's the only wedding they ever hosted. And everyone went away saying what a great meal they'd had.
Good. As it should be.
Yes.
Renaissance man. Cousin It, the true Renaissance man.
She got like an 11-year-old tramp. Who is that poor person behind the car?
Not sure. Romantic music? I agree.
Mm-hmm. Problem is, she doesn't really know about Festerin's abilities, I feel. But also, is this now the Addams curse? Because technically she's an Addams by marriage.
Exactly. That bathtub is amazing. I love me a good bubble bath, and I wanted to soak in that tub.
No, I don't like a bath.
I love them. That was David Lynchian, that scene.
Fraglord saying, cassette players are the bomb. I don't know. Having lived with cassette players...
A boombox?
I much prefer a CD to a cassette player. I will say, Bic Biro was the perfect pen to rewind your cassette when all the tape was hanging out of it. Always a Bic Biro because they're the right shape. Yeah, had to have the flat sides.
Always carry a number 2 with me just in case I need to rewind a tape. Lurch by the door.
Oh dear. Hand puppets.
That's a common occurrence in my...
Yes.
my wife ever watches this, she's going to kill me. I promise, dear, I won't bring out the hand puppets again.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? I've not to this extent, but I've known people who've got in relationships, and it's usually your friends you game on the Xbox or something with in the evenings, and it starts out with oh yeah, not tonight, and then it goes from not happening to asking asking permission off their partner to actually do anything, and then it just all ends. And you're just like,
Yeah.
I miss them. They're dead to me now. Oh, I love this.
Isn't that... What is that drink? I know it's a something.
Isn't it a Harry the Dog, isn't it?
It's called something.
Yeah. Isn't it
my brain today can't... Well, hair of the dog is just the
Yeah.
saying you get like a hair of the dog of the hound that bits you. Bit of booze in the morning.
The day after drink.
The day after drink. An egg, vodka, and Tabasco sauce. Oh, your arrow etiquette is terrible, my boy.
Oh, it's called an amber moon. It's called an amber moon.
Amber moon. There you go. Yeah. Or a prairie oyster, I think, is another drink that's similar to that, like a Soul Search and Destroyers said.
That's it, yeah. It's very similar to a prairie oyster upon looking for it.
Hawaii was a phenomenal vacation, a great honeymoon, and I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, we want to visit Hawaii.
After the first 2 days of just sweating perpetually, you get used to it, and then it's just grand.
I'd probably be all right because I do well with the heat. Because I've been to Mexico quite a few times.
That's fair. Yeah, I just boiled. Debbie won. Oh God. He's in a turtleneck.
Oh. This is a textbook case of happens with lottery winners. You can get a lot of money and you can buy things, but you can't buy class or good taste.
No, you just buy everything that's gaudy.
Yeah.
I should start sending postcards like that to my friends and family in the UK. And I can never see you again.
That's right, Dom.
Why wait? Her cadence. You just hang on every word she says. Even when she says Malays. Just so inviting.
The cruise, no cares, no survivors.
No survivors.
That's true, Neil. Gomez has a point. Marrieds and singles don't mix well.
I disagree. A lot of my friends are single. My wife and I attend parties all the time with them. Those misty hills are intoxicating. I want to go to there.
No, you don't, because Twilight's happening in there.
I was thinking more Twin Peaks is happening there, which I'd prefer.
Yes. probably Twilight's happening there.
Oh, God. Wait. Where are these top trump cards? I want to collect murderers. Currently at large murderers.
Amy Fisher, the Long Island Lolita, as she was known. I'm sorry, Sharon. It does remind me of, unfortunately, that.
Oh, God.
Neither, Sharon, neither.
A kindly pilgrim lady. Throw them all in the river. I want to be out there boating with these cool cats.
Yes, it was a recent thing, Lizard Man. It was 92.
Throw them in the river as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Poor Pocahontas. You can imagine Beetlejuice happening in this house, can't you?
Oh, yeah. Miss Debbie.
I need to see the camera crew because I want to know how they maintain that slit of light on Morticia at all times, even when she's moving. A gossamer blanket of ecstasy. Is Grandma carrying around Grandpa? I've only just noticed she has a skull with her.
It might be Grandpa.
All that I can forgive. Pastels.
Oh.
Cutting, Morticia. Cutting.
I love the fact Morticia can turn the bitch on when she needs to.
I just love broken his spirit, reduced him to nothing. All this I can forgive.
Oh, it went so well down at the police station last time.
The temptress of Waikiki. My face is hurting from the smiling. Recesses of the human soul. They're a camp.
As we've had Soul Search and Destroy say and Mad Matt over on Discord, the irony is Nathan Lane, who was playing the police officer, went on to play Gomez in the musical on stage. Oh,
Nathan Lane is also amazing.
Yes. Oh.
You know, I was asked, why don't the British celebrate Thanksgiving by some people? And I'm like, why would they?
Yeah. And I'm going to say something now, and I don't mean to stir up anything here. Dom, as a Brit who speaks to Americans quite a lot, have any Americans ever been a little taken aback by the fact that you don't find the 4th of July cutting at all?
Not really.
I've had it with a few.
Once again, they're confused why the English don't celebrate it, and I'm like,
no, I've had people upset that I wasn't more cut by their insults of
the 4th
of July. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we got our freedom from you, and I'm like, yay, fine,
good. Okay, yeah, I understand that, and I completely agree. There are loads of Americans who are like, yeah, we won. It's like, okay.
No, we don't celebrate the Boston Tea Party, Fraglord.
We celebrate the government being attacked by a terrorist instead on the 5th of November.
That's right. We celebrate a potential terrorist by blowing up a part of our country.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen to Dom one day. I'm going to brainwash him with Disney. He'll be very similar. He'll come out screaming.
This is exactly my torment. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't be so evil to me.
That does remind me, if you want another excellent kind of reboot movie of a TV show, watch the Brady Bunch movie. Both of them, excellent. Yeah, Mr. Fizz, that was Disney Renaissance, Little Mermaid. That was during some of their...
Oh, yes, Sharon. People often try and have like a one-up on others.
Yeah. Pepjin says, The Sound of Music. I find it one of the most overrated movies ever. I agree with you in some ways, but also I think of the time, it was pretty... Production-wise, it was pretty enormous.
The struggle and the effort.
I like the fact that his bedroom has changed to match his demeanor too.
Yeah. I think my family needs a brujeria. Just a casual, cackling, maniacal monster in the corner, occasionally huffing out curses and carrying skulls around. Just what the family could use.
That's what you need.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Soul Searcher Story says, it's every parent's worst nightmare.
Blonde, curly-haired child. That was me,
right.
actually. I was born blonde and curly-haired, yeah. So I went through an Addams-style transformation.
You did.
Most pictures of me as a child have been erased from time, which is a good thing. But like my teenage years, I had like long blonde hair, and there's no evidence. There's one picture of me with long blonde hair, and I've got like a hoodie on, and it's covered everything up. You just see the blonde tufts poking out.
That could be a thing, Mad Matt. Pubert's illness, is this a psychic link to the kids being the Harmony Hut? I don't think it's entirely that. If it's that, it's the fact Fester's not there and the parents are so unhappy. It's supposed to be the unhappiness at home. Oh God, look at the clones all sat there. Your audience. Oh. Oh God. The horror.
The horror.
But what's brilliant is how crap it is. That's what I mean. It's the level of crapness is brilliant about it. Because this is school song kind of tier.
Yeah. Oh God.
I do like turkey though, if it's done right.
Turkey, when done right, is great. It's a meat that's very easy to screw up, unfortunately.
Oh gosh.
She's practicing.
I will say though, something I discovered in America and I brought back and had on my Christmas, because we have turkey at Christmas in the UK. I brought back American stovetop stuffing.
Ah, yes.
Which is very nice. It's nicer than Paxo. Don't let any fellow Brits hear me say that.
No.
I'll be hung, drawn, and
quartered. You'll be lynched. Yeah.
American stuffing's better than Paxo. Shh.
That chandelier. If my future house doesn't have a marble floor and pillars adorned with what looks like golden gargoyles, I'll be disappointed.
Dom, you've frozen again.
The goblins have taken me once again. That's about right.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You've unfrozen. There we go. You looked like you were pulling some kind of a weird face. It's kind of wincing.
Keeps
Pepsin
getting
says,
me.
"I'd date Fester. He is such a good guy." The problem is, he is the he is the surrogate for the people we know who are utter devoted to the wrong person. Mm.
$20,000 for the camp.
Yeah. Isn't there also something to do with diseased blankets or something in this?
Yes. We
In the
gloss over
reality
that.
of it. That's true, Sharon.
Oh yeah. The wrong person. You God, it still gives me nightmares.
Exactly, Neil. Christina Ricci is forever beloved for this moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they conveniently stopped at just the right.
Those sets are very flammable, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they're made 90% out of like hairspray to keep them up and glue.
Right.
Oof.
Exactly, Chaosphere. Best Thanksgiving ever. All right. Exactly. Soul Search and Destroy. Summer camp episodes and films like this are something special, like Camp Krusty from The Simpsons, yeah. And I'm going to say, Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Goes to Camp is a masterpiece.
I've always preferred Ernest Scared Straight, and the one where he goes to jail. Ernest Goes to Jail, I think it's called.
Yeah. Wednesday is just great. She's got matches everywhere. Wednesday is completely taken over. And the thing is, her parents won't chastise her for this.
No, they'll probably applaud her.
Is that
Yes, from Galaxy Quest.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Tony Shalhoub, thank you, Mr. Fursel. Dancing with a granny at the bar. That's a big
God.
meat log he's made.
I think it's a meat loaf, but horrific.
Yeah, but it looks a bit like 1960s meatloaf in that kind of gaudy style they did.
What happened to driving shawls as well? Poor Fester.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Quest. Well, Dom.
You're going to make me a very happy man today, are you, Andrew?
Yes. 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 It's in the 90s, isn't it? It's a 90s film.
I think it's barely in the 90s, yeah. Might be 99. The best Star Trek film that's not a Star Trek film.
Well, we just so happen to have a gap on April 9th. We are having Galaxy Quest for Easter Sunday.
Perfect Easter movie.
Exactly.
Grignac, Grignac, Grignac.
It's in the spreadsheet.
It does look like a desert eagle.
I think she's got a desert eagle, yes. There is a website, actually, I can look at.
Ah, yes.
It is. It's a desert eagle. Yeah, Lizard Man saying, I don't know how Thing defied gravity. I think with Thing, you just have to suspend reality because of how he works.
He's a severed hand that happens to function.
Yeah. Soul Search and Destroy says, Thing once again comes to the rescue. Where would the Addamses be without him? Yeah, he's...
Yeah. Aw. Young, blossoming glove. Pugsley stole the camper van? A club wagon?
I don't know, Neil, why they escaped over the fence. Maybe the authorities there, they need to get out on the back roads. And I like to think that Pugsley probably hot-wired the van.
Is she in the Debbie too? Yes, she's in the Debbie too.
Oh.
Ah, Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss or Roald Dahl? Who's your preferred?
Roald Dahl.
And of course, Morticia herself has a familiarity with Roald Dahl.
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
Is that another one?
Yes, that's going in the planner.
Oh no, he lives. See? She should...
Yes, Mr. Fursall, The Witches is now in the schedule for this year. And I mean the good version of The Witches.
Ooh.
Again, though, the Addams are the most loving, adjusted family in their own way.
Yeah. You
Hannah
are
says,
Mr. Debbie.
Hannah says, I am an Addams. I like to think there's a bit of an Addams in all of us. Pepgin, it's the OG Witches we will be watching later this year. We are not going to be... We're keeping to the 90s, 80s and 90s. We're going to watch the original Witches.
Oh, here she is.
Oh, Pubert's back.
Oh.
She got slides.
Do you see? Do you see? They actually already have made a Hannibal Lecter reference, so Red Dragon reference wouldn't be out of place.
I love the fact they're saying it actually and they're serious about it.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to say it. I'm intrigued about the Barbie film that's coming out because it looks like a train wreck, and
Yes.
I want to know.
I want to watch the Barbie movie because it
wreckage.
looks utterly, utterly insane.
Yeah. The Heart Surgeon. I like how she took a picture of the murder at a Dutch angle with haunting lighting.
The thing that gets me, though, is that the family are so understanding of her motives.
Yeah. Oh.
Exactly, Hannah. And Lizard Man says she would have fit in fine if she wasn't just so much more evil than them all. And Hannah says Debbie should have just accepted the Addams. They certainly were understanding towards her at the end. Yeah.
Don't you just hate it when that happens, when you accidentally slide down the banister?
Once she's reduced to tears. So here's the interesting question. Would this have actually killed them? Because now she's an Addams by blood. Here we go. Go on. Well, yeah. Well, you're saying Soul Searcher, I think you mean Pubert, was able to kill Debbie. Apparently, maybe the Addams was a few exceptions. But or did she really kill herself?
Oh, that's a Tim Burton-ish font.
Yeah. It did though. It did work though. Soul Search. Said it before. Grandma's curse, burst and burn.
Yeah. I love how all the credit cards just fell out of her as well. It's not a baby out there. It's a gremlin. Oh. Is that a musket that I see wrapped?
I think so.
Look at that crystal.
Yeah. Baby It is just the cutest thing.
It's what Furbies should have been.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the electrocomplex just bubbling within. To be fair, if I met Gomez Addams, I would aspire and try my hardest to mimic them as well. Is that a thumb? In the gravestone?
Well, we've just had a request for could Gomez's toast be the motto of the Watchparty community? Unfortunately, we've adopted one from the previous movie, which I can't say in Latin, but it is, we gladly feast on those who would subdue us.
We can have many mottos, it's fine.
We can have many, though. It can be a backup motto or a spare motto.
Mirth to merriment and to manslaughter.
Yes. I just pray to God that Christina Ricci never accidentally ends up in some kind of a Black Widow scenario with a husband.
Right.
There we go, everybody. That was Addams Family Values, finishing our two-part double bill of the Addams Family movies. As we're coming through the end credits, I'll start taking your comments from Discord and YouTube as to what you thought of the movie. Give us a rating and everything you thought. Dom.
Better than the first, an absolute delight. And yes, it would not be a 90s movie without having a rap number to wrap up the credits.
You have to have some rap. Exactly. So, looking here, Chaosphere says, what a perfect ending. Sharon says, so much fun. Phonics says, fantastic movie, as good as the first, a rarity. Eric says, another strange end credit song, just like the first movie. Mr. Versal says, 4 tombstones out of 5. And Eric says, a great movie. Jedi Wizard says, definitely fun, especially the pageant scene. I can see Frag Lord is typing. But that, for me, I think, I don't know, I love the first, but I do think that's just that bit better. I don't know, something about that I really love about that movie. So, Soul Search and Destroy says, great film, thank you. Lizardman says, I like the movie more and more on every watch, honestly. Fraglord says, I guess I placed it next to Austin Powers. I placed it next to Austin Powers 2 and Terminator 2 in sequels being better than the first. Okay, everybody, so as I say, that's the end of the Addams Family two-parter. We are going to be revisiting a place we haven't been for a while next week. We are going back for a while to Elm Street. It's maybe not one of the best segments, but it's certainly one of the most interesting segments. We will be watching Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare next week. If you have a copy with the 3D glasses for the finale, please bring them along. I don't know if I still got my 3D stuff anywhere for it, but we had a great time with it. It's got a lot to talk about. It's the Freddy film with the most glorious studio excess involvement, quite possibly, with everything they slung into it, including the kitchen sink. It's going to be an interesting movie. So we'll be back in 7 days with Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. But everybody, for the next 7 days, and always, please stay safe, look after each other, be kind, and we'll see you in 7 days. So until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.